channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Thanks so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I wanted to do a full face of drugstore makeup. Everything that I'm wearing on my face right now is from the drugstore, which means that the products that I use are super accessible, super easy to get your hands on. So I wanted to do a video where everyone could participate and be a part of the fun. So if that's the video that you would like to see, make sure that you keep watching. But before I get into the video, really quickly, I just wanted to say, if this is your first time here, make sure that it's not your last time here. Subscribe to my channel and also hit that little bell icon down below so that you never miss another upload from me again. Also, if you like this video while you're watching this video, make sure that you like the video. It helps me out a lot along the way. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So for this look, I'm starting out with this Maybelline Prime Light Primer. It's really similar to my Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which probably will hold me over while I figure out how to get more of the Backlight Priming Filter, because as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, Becca is going out of business, which is really sad, but I still have other things that are kind of similar. But I still want to get my hands on the Becca Backlight Primer because it's just so awesome. But this is honestly such a good replacement. For my foundation today, I'm wearing the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Concealer. This is my favorite everyday foundation. I'm putting it on the back of my hand and I'm applying it to my face. For concealer today, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser Concealer. I'm going to be honest, this is more concealer than I've used in a really long time, so I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. It's my fault, honestly, but it's a lot of concealer. But I'm looking bright, so not completely a bad thing. This concealer is way less full coverage than other ones I've been used to using lately. And it's also a little bit more of a dry formula than what I've been used to using. I've been using really creamy, thick concealers lately. So that's a bit of a switch up, but I really do like the formula of this concealer. For my setting powder today, I'm using this e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. It's in the shade Medium. This is just what it looks like, and this is just what it looks like. I'm taking this setting powder brush, dipping it in and tapping off the excess, and then applying this to everywhere I concealed. To set the rest of my face, I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me Powder, and I'm taking this powder brush, swirling it in the powder, and applying it to the rest of my face. I like this setting powder, the e.l.f. one, because I don't have to tap off or like brush off a lot of the excess of that. It was really nice and subtle. I don't know, I might be using that one a little bit more in the next coming days, weeks, months, years. For my bronzer today, I'm using this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, using my bronzer brush, swirling it in here, smelling it, because it just smells so good like coconuts, and applying it to the hollows of my cheeks and around the perimeter of my face. This one's a little bit more subtle than the Hoola bronzer that I usually use, but today it's kind of more of a subtle day, like I don't want to be super bronzy. Taking this Japanesque brush, I'm swirling it in this bronzer, tapping off the excess, and I'm gonna carve out my nose. I really like this bronzer for carving out my nose because, like I said, it's not as dramatic of a bronzer, so I'm able to get that more natural look for my nose contour, which sometimes I want it to be a little bit more dramatic, but like, again, having it be nice and natural is something that I'm looking for today's look. Alright, now that the bronzer is done, we're going into the blush. I've got this ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in the shade Rustica, and this is just what it looks like. It's super pretty. So I'm swirling my brush in here, tapping off the excess, and going into my cheeks and also on the bridge of my nose. For my highlight today, I'm using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Crown of My Canopy. I'm swirling my brush in here and applying it. That is such a strong highlight, and this was like $2. That is a steal if I ever saw one. And I'm taking this AOA brush and I'm going to diffuse it a little bit. But even after it's diffused, it's still super gorgeous. Like, this is a winner. Oh, I didn't do my lip. So now my face is finished. I'm gonna finish it off with this Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. I haven't used this in forever. It smells so freaking good and it feels so good. Like, it feels like a nice, I mean, it's a mist, so it feels like you're going through like a misting storm, or like, I don't know. Have you ever been to one of those things, like those misting, they were like big when we were kids, like those misting playground things where like you press a button and like mist comes out? Like, those things were like the highlight of my childhood. Let me know if you guys were ever at one of those. Totally random, but let me know. But that's what it like feels like on your face. Like, it just feels so nice and refreshing. And it is a little bit higher in price for the drugstore at $16. But it's one of the best setting sprays I've ever tried. I'd say it's right behind my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. So now I'm gonna go on to the brows. I'm actually gonna show you how I do my brows today because I'm using a drugstore product for my brows. So a little throwback for my channel. I love using this Desert Oasis palette for my eyebrows. And the shade that I use is Nightscape. You can see that I definitely hit pan on this. So I'm going to brush out my brows. So I'm dipping my brush, my angled brow brush, into the shade Nightscape, tapping off the excess and going straight into my brows. And I like to feather it out when I get to the inner corner of my brow so that it's not as harsh. And I'm doing the same thing that I did on the other brow to this brow. So I'm concentrating the heavy color on the outside portion of my brow. And the more I get inwards, I'm just feathering it out. So now that the brows are filled, I'm going in with this e.l.f. brow pencil. This is just the brow pencil. If you can see, it's a little bit dull, but I should be able to get some good precision from it still. Today I'm using this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and I'm applying it to my lids. And honestly, in the past year, I haven't really been priming my eyelids for anything, but today I'm trying to do a more bold and colorful eye look, so I really want something that the color can sit on. Add a little bit more of this side. So first I'm going to go into this Maddie Ziegler The Imagination palette by Morphe, and I'm going to take this shade right here, God Mom, and I'm going to put this on my brow bone. So I'm going to go in to this shade, and I'm going to use that as my crease color. So swirling my brush in here and tapping off the excess, which is a lot of excess. And I'm putting this right in my crease. I really love the way that this color is applying in the crease. It's really nice and soft. It's not subtle. Not subtle in the slightest, but it's really nice and soft. I don't know why on my right eye I always start in the outer corner, and then on my left eye I always start on the inner corner. So now I'm going to take a pause on my crease. I'm going to go in with this ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow. If you can see that, it's a beautiful like purple teal duochrome, and it's in the shade Ripple. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this. So I'm swirling my finger in here and I'm just applying this to my lid. You can see that? It's like a nice purple Teal Duochrome. I've had this for so long, it's no longer like wet. Like if you know, ColourPop shadows, like their Super Shock shadows feel wet when they're like brand new. This feels like a regular eyeshadow. That being said, however, it still applies super beautifully. So going back into the shade She Insists, I'm going to blend this out. Now I'm going to take this little brush and go into the shade Posse, which is this deep purple at the bottom. You can see like that's a deep purple. I'm going to apply this just to the outer corner and a little bit in the crease, but just the littlest bit in the crease. Like I'm not taking this all the way in, I'm just going to take it to here and then feather it out and a little bit on the lid. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. For the inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Godmom that I used. So I'm going to take this tiny little brush into the shade Godmom and pop that in my inner corner. Now I'm going to take this Pixie Beauty Endless Silky eye pencil and I'm going to tight line my eye. First I'm sharpening it. Okay. So that's a little bit less of a tight line than I wanted. It's more of a line. But that's okay, because I'm putting on fake lashes anyway, so it pretty much balances itself out. I'm going to take this angled brush and I'm going to wing it out a little bit. For mascara today, I'm using this L'Oreal Paris Air Volume Mascara, and I've really been loving this mascara. Apparently on Ulta it doesn't have great reviews, but I've been using it every single day and I've loved the way that my lashes look. For my lashes today, I'm using these Cara Beauty lashes. They're from Shop Miss A and they are only $1, and I have so many pairs of these, it's unreal. They're just the most beautiful lashes on my eyes and I'm obsessed with them. So I'm going to pop off camera really quickly, put these lashes on, and I'll be right back. So now I'm moving on to my lips. I'm going to start off with this NYX lip liner, suede lip liner in the shade Soft Spoken. And I'm going to sharpen it and I'm going to line my lips. So I'm deciding between these two ColourPop Luxe liquid lipsticks. The shade is Ingenue or the shade Fatale. And I'm going towards Ingenue. No, this looks too pale for this look, so I'm gonna go and put Fatale over top of it. These feel really nice. Yeah, it's a lot better. So I love this look. I'm gonna hop off camera, go finish getting ready, and I'll be right back with a completed look. I'm so happy with how this look turned out and I hope that you are too. I think that the look is so bright and colorful and vibrant, which totally matches my vibe for the day. I am just so happy and blown away by how this look turned out. Everything is from the drugstore, which is just so awesome because it was so affordable and came at such a great price point, and everything is so accessible and easy to get your hands on. All of these products are gems. They're just so wonderful. They blend so well, they apply so well, and that just is so awesome to find at the drugstore. Which isn't surprising to find at the drugstore, but it's just really awesome to find at the drugstore. But that's all that I have for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, let me know down below in the comments. And also let me know by liking this video. Subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon down below so that you never miss another upload from me again. But till the next time, stay kind, keep creating, take care of you, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.